right. It is good to be here today. I want to thank you, Kathy, Chair Butner, Taj, thank you, and the rest of both boards for having me here today to celebrate small business success and in this region, the small businesses that are working every day to pursue their dreams. They dare to do more. As Kathy said, I am Tara Lynn Gray. I am the director of the Office of the Small Business Advocate, which is inside of the Governor's Office of Business and Economic Development. We are actually established by government code, and we have the responsibility of really being the advocate for small businesses. I'm going to talk just a minute about myself for those of you who don't know me, and then I'm going to talk about the work of my office, and then a message about why I think small business is so important. I'm a native of California and the Bay Area, born in Berkeley, right next door, out to Bates Hospital, so woo, native of the Bay. Yes, proud of it. My parents left the fields of Bakersfield, California to pursue a better life for themselves, education, professional careers, which was and continues to be an encouragement for me, for my sister, and our children. As Kathy said, prior to my appointment by Governor Newsom, I was the Chief Executive Officer of the Fresno Metro Black Chamber of Commerce and Chamber Foundation. It is true that I did engage, educate, and empower Black businesses in the Central Valley region. But as Kathy knows, that job is so much more. It's about investing in places that have been disinvested. It is about bringing resources to people who have traditionally been under-resourced. And it taught me a lot about inequities. Not that my personal experience as a Black woman hasn't taught me plenty, but I learned a lot about geographic disparity, geographic inequities that I bring to the work that I am doing right now. I've been a small business owner for nearly 20 years. I've worked for two SBDCs, one right here in Alameda County. I've been on the board of two state chambers, run a nonprofit foundation, and I think it's fair to say that my current position is a natural progression for me personally and professionally. I'm proud to be a part of an administration that has appointed more people of color to positions of authority than any administration before it. And for the attorneys in the room, let's not forget the judges, because our governor has appointed more judges, that's right, of color across the spectrum, double their representation in the bar. So let's not sleep on that either. My office is the voice of small business within California's state government. We work to support economic growth and innovation in California by ensuring that small businesses and entrepreneurs have the resources that they need to start up, to connect to capital, connect to markets, and grow their businesses. We have four missional priorities. The first is to be a resource provider to connect folks to those things I just talked about. Second, as the name implies, to be an advocate, elevating the voice of small business across state government, making sure that what we do, when we're doing it, we understand the impact to small business. Third, we focus on resilience. We all learned in the last 18 months that preparing for a disaster and supporting economic recovery is critical to small businesses, and that is the missional objective. And then lastly, because we know that economic growth has to be equitable, we work to create an inclusive small business ecosystem that eliminates opportunity gaps across zip codes, race, and gender. Our focus is therefore not just growth, but economic mobility. California has the fifth largest economy in the world, and rightly so. My office has the largest small business program budget in the history of the office, and I look forward to serving the small businesses of this state and advancing the governor's vision of a California for all. My office runs several programs. The first is the California Small Business Technical Assistance Expansion Program. And I'm going to talk about the programs because I want you all to see where the money is. This first program is started in 2018, and through that program, we have a competition every year, and we award centers with money to provide one-on-one free technical assistance for small businesses. That's our TAPE program. We also have our California Small Business COVID-19 Relief Grant Program, which many of you have heard of, $4 billion that the governor and the legislature put into relief grants, up to $25,000 for small businesses, and new money in this latest budget cycle. We have the California Micro Business COVID-19 Relief Grant Program. It's a one-time $50 million grant program to provide $2,500 grants to eligible micro businesses. And if you're wondering what a micro business is for this program, it's any business earning less than $50,000 a year and less than 5 employees. This RFP is open now. It is open in round 1 for counties. And so my office is looking for county organizations to administer the program and to award these $2,500 grants. So if you are with the county organization, know an organization, you'll want to be on my website, calosba.ca.gov, looking for that money so that you can make sure that the small businesses who did not get PPP, who did not get EIDL, who did not get a COVID-19 relief grant, are able to get some type of economic relief. Second RFP that is currently open right now, Inclusive Innovation Hubs 2. We are relaunching this program. The first iteration of the program did not have any funding with it. It was just a state designation. In the second iteration of the program, we are awarding 10 centers $250,000 each to seed entrepreneurship in their local communities. iHubs 2, we are hoping, will stimulate partnerships, economic development, and job creation for underserved geographic areas. We're hoping to get industry sectors, founders of color, and business owners to come together and to collaborate. This is a one-time $2.5 million investment, and again, $250,000 to each of the 10 iHubs that are designated. More money on the street. California Venues Grant Program. Is this okay? You guys want to hear about the money? Is this all right? Okay. All right. Okay. So another one-time $150 million grant program. This is for eligible independent live event venues that were affected by COVID-19. I think my favorite local one would be Yoshi's, but yeah. So we are talking about a maximum award for these venues, $250,000 or 20% of the applicant's gross earned revenue in California for the 2019 taxable year. So the marketing for this program has already started. Applications will open on the 29th of this month. You can visit cavenuesgrant.com for more information. Another program that will be coming soon, $35 million grant program that will provide micro grants up to $10,000 to seed entrepreneurship and small business creation across the state. This program will be administered by the previous grantees that I talked about in the TAPE program. Those that are providing technical assistance programming already will have authorized programs that entrepreneurs will be able to attend. Once they have completed one of those programs, they will be eligible then to apply for a grant up to $10,000. And let me underscore grant, right? It's not a loan, doesn't have to be paid back. It's up to $10,000 to start a business in the state. Yes, I heard somebody say, wow, yes. Last program I will talk about is for the performing arts, and it is the California Nonprofit Performing Arts Grant Program. And this is a one-time $50 million grant program that will provide up to $75,000 to eligible nonprofit performing arts organizations. And this grant is meant to encourage workforce development in the arts. The grants will be awarded on a first-come, first-served basis. There will be grant amounts $25,000, $50,000, and $75,000, and those will be dependent upon revenue and size standards. So that's the money we have this year in the Cal OSBA budget. I hope that you all will take advantage of the resources that we have. Now, I want to talk for just a minute about why small business is important and reflect a little bit on where we have been. I think it's safe to say that in 2020, America awakened to the fact that too many people of color are disadvantaged in ways that determine life's chances, one's ability to garner wealth, and plain overall well-being. We learned that Black lives do indeed matter. We learned that API hate is not new. We learned that small businesses need technical assistance in addition to capital to grow and scale. We learned that America must reckon with her racist past in order to heal and be the best that she can be. Small businesses, in my opinion, are institutions in their communities. And without them, there is a significant hole. Those communities do not thrive, they do not provide opportunity for young people, and they don't provide jobs for so many people who are left out of other job markets. So I am pleased and proud to be a part of an office whose mission is all about supporting small businesses. I want to leave you with a few thoughts. I don't know how many of you all follow Othering and Belonging at UC Berkeley. I do. I love it. If you have not checked out, just Google Othering and Belonging. I pulled a couple of stats from one of their reports. And this is what small business can help to fight. Neighborhood poverty rates are highest in segregated communities of color, 21%, which is 3 times higher than in segregated white neighborhoods, only 7%. Latino children raised in integrated neighborhoods earn $844 more per year as adults and $5,000 more when raised in white neighborhoods. And that's than those raised in highly segregated communities of color, if you didn't already make that leap. Home ownership is 77% in highly segregated white neighborhoods, 59% in well-integrated neighborhoods, but just 46% in highly segregated communities of color. Regions with higher levels of racial residential segregation have higher levels of political polarization, which is an important implication in the current context of gerrymandering and voter suppression. So, in many ways, that reckoning in 2020 stood us all at attention, but there's still work to be done. There's a lot of work to be done to ensure that we realize the governor's vision of a California for all. I imagine when I look across this room and I heard all of the introductions and all of the incredible folks doing incredible work here. I imagine that each of us in this room will participate in creating a new California and a new America where we celebrate the success of founders of color, the growth and development of communities and neighborhoods that are underinvested and disinvested today. So I just want to close by, again, saying thank you. Kathy, you are my sister girlfriend, and enjoyed being a chamber president with you. You are amazing, and you have done so much. You really step up and you get it done for your members. So I just really appreciate you. And lastly, I want to introduce Claire Whitmer, who is the new Northern California Regional Advisor. Claire, stand up. Claire is a new appointee in my office, and Oakland is smack dab in the middle of her territory. And so I would encourage each of you to reach out to her. If you need any additional information from my office on the programs, you can visit our website, calosba.ca.gov, or reach out to Claire. Her information is freely available. So my last thought is that I pray that the work of your hands, everyone in this room, be blessed. Thank you.